Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tyron'e Southern's Cooking, back at you today with another video. All right, what we're gonna be doing here, we finna cook some peaches. We're gonna make a peach cobbler, and we also gonna make some peach rolls. But we're gonna use the first scene of this video for both videos. So what we have here, we have 2 cans of peaches. We have a big can, a small can. We have our vanilla extract. We have our cinnamon. We have our brown sugar. We're gonna also use we're gonna use a half a cup of brown sugar and a half a cup of white sugar. And we also have a half a stick of butter. We got our graham cracker crust on the table. And our other 2 crusts on the table. You'll see that later. So we finna get to cooking these peaches because we want our peaches to be already done. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a half a stick of butter in our pot and let it start melting. Then we're gonna start pouring our peaches in. We also gonna be using some cornstarch too, because we're gonna make a slurry. So we're gonna go ahead and start putting our peaches in. All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and put a half a cup of white sugar in. And we're gonna get us a half a cup of brown sugar. Put our brown sugar in. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put us some cinnamon in. We're gonna put about a tablespoon of cinnamon in here. A half a tablespoon. And we're gonna go ahead and pour some vanilla extract in. That's enough of that. And we're gonna give this a stir. And we're gonna let this cook for about 30 minutes. We want our peaches all the way done, y'all. You know how we do our peach cobblers and stuff. We cook our peaches all the way done. All the way done. All right, y'all. Smelling real good. Smelling real good, boy. I'm here to tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Smelling real good. All right, y'all. We got about a tablespoon and a half of cornstarch in this cup right here with a little water. We're making a little slurry now. We're finna thicken this up. Thicken this up here. The peaches are done. And we want it to be thickened. And what it is, go ahead and put all that on now. We're going to let it cook down for about another 2 minutes. And we're going to be taking this off the stove. Oh yeah, it no got thick. That's what we want. We ain't going to even let it cook 2 minutes. We're going to let it cook for about a minute. Matter of fact, we're just going to turn the stove off. And let it settle down. All right, our peaches done. We're going to go ahead and take this off the stove now. We got our graham cracker crust right here. We got our pie crust right here. We got 2 sleeves. We're going to go ahead and we're going to open one up. And we're going to lay it on the inside of our crust. And we're going to put it in the oven and put it on boil. And we're going to put it on bake and we're going to cook the bottom crust. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, we got our crust here. Go ahead and get our crust. We're going to lay it on the inside of our pie here. Just like you see me doing here. Lay it down just like that there. Now what we're going to do, we got our pie crust, we got our pie cutter. And we're going to go along the edges. Just to trim this outside, just to trim this off. So that's what we're going to do. Go all the way around it. Go all the way around it. Trim that off. Just like that there. Very easy to do. Just follow the edge. Follow the edge, y'all. All right, y'all. Here's our shell here. So we had a little hole in it. So what we got, we took a piece of our leftover and we patched up our little hole right here. So now we know mixed up us an egg. And so what we're gonna do now, we just gonna go ahead and we're gonna just brush the inside of this right here. And we're gonna we got our oven started on boil. And we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. You gotta stay to the stove and keep your eyes on it. We just wanna cook this crust here. When we get this crust here cooked, then we're gonna go ahead and put our peaches in. And then we're gonna go ahead and do our top crust. Then we'll be done. So now we're gonna go ahead and sit this in the oven and keep an eye on it. All right, y'all, we got our bottom crust. Got it done. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead and add some of our peaches. And we got a spoon that has holes in it. See, we want the juice. We wanna get the peaches in first. We wanna get the peaches in first before we have all that juice in there. We can come back and put juice in there later. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start putting some peaches up in here. Just like that there. Peaches up in there. Just like that there, y'all. Peaches up in there. All right. All right. I think we got enough peaches up in there. Now we're gonna get some juice. We're gonna get some juice. Get us a spoon so we can get some more of the juice out of here. All right, putting that juice on there, y'all. Yeah. That juice on there like that there. That's what we talking about right there, y'all. All right, that's enough juice. All right, now we finna do our top one. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna push this off to the side. Push this off to the side so we can take our, I'm trying to figure out, do I wanna put it on there whole? Or do I wanna cut strips? So that's what I'm trying to figure out now. I wanna put the top crust on there whole. Or do I want to cut strips? Now how I'm going to do it, I'll let you know in a minute. I might just put it on the whole. I just might just sit it on the whole, y'all. We'll just sit it on up the whole. Just like that there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut with our pizza cutter. We're going to go ahead and cut the edge around like we did the first time. And we'll be back. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and brush the top of our pie here with our egg. Then we're going to come back and we're going to put some holes in it so it can breathe. And we're going to put it back in the oven and cook the top crust. And that'll be all she wrote. Yeah, all she wrote, y'all. All right, just going back in the oven. On boil. Keep your eyes on it. Got to put some holes in it. Now it's going in the oven. All right, y'all, our peach cobbler just come out the oven. So what we're going to do here, we're going to sit and let this cool all the way off. And we're going to see what we're going to do with it. This is what we got so far. Gentlemen, here's our peach cobbler here. We know cut. You look at the inside of that peach cobbler. That's got the inside of that peach cobbler there. You see the graham cracker crust is still intact at the bottom there. Let me bring the camera down so you can see. Bring the camera down a little bit so you can see. See how it's still intact like that there at the bottom there? See what I'm talking about? That's our ground crackle peach cobbler. As y'all can see, it cut very well. And nothing but some juices coming out there now. That's our ground crackle peach cobbler, y'all. Alright, y'all, like the video. Put a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And everybody have a blessed day. Peace.